Oh, nice to see you again.
Oh, thank you.
How are you? So good. Oh, everyone's like, no audio. Now they're really getting frustrated. Hold on, let me let them know.
It's
One
okay.
second, everybody.
You got it fixed.
You got it fixed?
There it is. Yay!
Okay.
Do you guys want the Cliff Notes version of what you missed now that you've got the audio? The Cliff Notes version is, in our game, Let's Get to Know Invicta Ryan, in just a few seconds, we learned that Ryan has how many speeding tickets, or has had how many speeding tickets?
That would be answer C, more than 4.
More than 4 speeding tickets in his whole life. We also learned that Ryan's favorite food, should he be relegated or delegated to eat that food for 1 month straight, would be
Bruegger's Bagels. It would be the Western with either an olive oil bagel or a sun-dried tomato. It's like Pizza Hut in a bagel. It's a bagel sandwich.
pizza and a bagel. So we know Ryan has a lead
And
foot.
Jamie is getting
loves
one of
his
those
carbs.
afterwards.
And his last question was, has Ryan ever been to the principal's office? And that answer was
Yes, once, but it was because of an accident. I accidentally tripped a guy when I walked out from the lockers right in front of the principal. He brought me in the office and he said, "You're good to go."
so leadfoot, carbohydrate-aholic, and loves to just pick on those freshmen.
right.
Let's dive into some watches, you guys. This is the Invicta breakdown preview. So we're giving you a look at 4 hot watches that are going to be featured later tonight on air live at Shop HQ. Let's dive into the first watch. Now, this one is an automatic. This is a wear to wind kind of situation. We've got 2 different color variations in this one. First is going to be our gold tone blue. And then our next is going to be gold tone gunmetal. We have 1 or 2 left in the black blue variation. You can check online if you think that might be something you're interested in. Over $301 savings, taking this all the way down to only $77.99. Tell us a little bit about this Bolt Automatic, Ryan.
Well, this Bolt Automatic, first of all, should be nowhere even near $77.99, or that value pay of $13. The Bolt here, this is a very, very popular collection of ours. It's where we influence this cable design that goes around the bezel, which you see is a little bit larger. But as Marissa will tilt up the watch, you'll be able to see on the strap, we have a double cable system that makes part of this custom strap that's all been done. The Bolt collection is over a decade old, has really pushed itself to the forefront of all of our different collections that we have at Invicta, aligning with the Pro Diver collection, the Russian Diver collection, the Sub-Aqua collection, the Lupa collection, in addition to that, has really been like the forefront. Now, you'll be able to see this custom strap that's perfectly molded inside of this case design here that goes along. Bigger watch at 50 millimeters for that case diameter, so it's over 2 inches on that case diameter. Profile is a little bit thicker. We're looking at almost 7/8 of an inch rising up, or 20 millimeters that carries all the way around. We have this sort of like a crystal that has a little bit of a dome or spherical effect to it. And that crystal is actually our proprietary crystal. We call it the Invicta Watch Group our Flame Fusion Crystal. We have a patent on it, and we incorporate the mineral crystal for its hardness and also the sapphire for that scratch resistance. One other thing is the movement inside. The movement is a mechanical automatic from one of our great partners in the watch movement industry called TMI, or Time Module Inc. And there's no battery with this. You can wind it up via the crown, and as you'll see with this rotor on the back, it will turn just with general movements of your wrist, and that will keep the watch wound up for you automatically.
Well, Invicta is all about innovation. They are all about bringing you watches that you never have to take off. I always say, from the boardroom to the beach, Invicta has you covered. And one of the things I think you'll like so much about this watch that Ryan pointed out is the detailing of the cable kind of peeking through the bezel. And this is almost like a scalloped kind of metal bezel, but then how that detailing works its way through down the silicone strap. I think this is the perfect watch that is fashion, but also function in terms of having a really masculine energy to it. It looks like a watch that's going to get the job done.
I'll put the watch on my wrist so you can see about it. But yeah, again, there is just so much quality. There's so much design. There's just, it's so much for so little is what you're getting with this watch for under $77 here today. So as you'll see on my wrist here, the timepiece, it's on this silicone strap that will fit up to that 9-inch wrist size. I have a smaller wrist. I don't have the largest wrist in the world. I always like to say I'm not entering any large wrist contests. if I will, when it goes to it.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. You
know
know,
what
but
they
maybe
say,
I'll
the
enter
larger
one.
the
If
wrist-
you're in the contest, then I'll enter the contest.
Well, we all
Your
know
wrist is
that
a
I
little
have
bit
the
smaller.
tiniest wrists in America, size 5 inches all the way around.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
You know what? Invicta is such a great brand, and everybody is getting really excited about the upcoming Invicta cruise. Let me know in the comment section if you are going to be joining Ryan and Justin and the entire Shop HQ team on the cruise this year. And I do want to say thank you to Joel, who's watching, DJ Smooth Mosley, Lauren Corbett, Louise Acevedo, Mary Rockabar, and Robert and Robert as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, leaving us a little comment, little love. What do you think about this watch? If you were to pick this watch, would you guys choose the blue or do you like the classic black? Both really look beautiful,
Yeah.
and I like how the dial has this almost geometric
Yes.
kind of 3D pattern.
You'll be able to see that nice 3D pattern that carries along for the dial is that texture dial that we have that's been included. But you'll notice with the black version, that's actually wound up already. So the second hand is moving. I guess so is the blue version out there. But you get that sweeping second hand for the second hand inside of this watch. So it's moving actually 6 individual steps, like a start and a stop, every single second, or 21,600 steps every single hour for this timepiece out there. So I think it's a magnificent buy. If you're looking to get into the Bolt collection perhaps for the first time out there, this is a brilliant way to be able to do so.
Well, DJ Smooth put his vote in. He's all about the black one. So don't forget, you can get that home with our Value Pay program here at Shop HQ. We have 6 VP every day on virtually everything here at the network, including so many of our Invicta watches. That means the price gets broken down into 6 easy, interest-free monthly payments. So we send you the watch, you start wearing it right away, but you take the next 6 months to pay it off free of any interest. Isn't that a great perk?
Yeah. Oh.
Great perk. Oh, Jamie just got a good shot of the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. We like that. Louise says blue.
Shoes.
Thank you. Who, Ryan's or
I like
mine?
the beard.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jamie,
He's got a
Guzzi.
nice part that goes around on
Come
the
on
hair
over. Come
and
on in,
everything
Jamie.
else.
Come on
I'm busy
in.
working the
Nah,
Oh, here, I'll work the
get over
camera
here.
then.
Yeah, right?
I'll get you on.
Some of you guys might know Jamie. Jamie was our, really the guy who helped launch our social media, our great Invicta remotes, and all the great things we've done here at the network for YouTube and Facebook. And he'll actually be on the cruise this year, so make
Look
sure you
for him.
bother him.
Yeah.
In my third
Look
year.
for him out there.
Bother
So
him. He loves harassment. And what's your cabin number?
yeah. Yeah.
I'm bunking with Ryan, so whatever Ryan
Actually, no, you're not.
Ah.
My cabin's full, but yeah, we'll just we'll put it out on
He said, "My
social
cabin's
media
full."
Jamie's last name and his cabin number also, so you can charge. They can't do it anyway because it's all on a card system, so you don't have to sweat it, buddy.
Well, big hello to Neil. Thanks for joining us again. He joined us this morning on our earlier show. And Joel says there should be more Facebook Invicta shows. It's so much more interactive. That it is. This 2-camera thing. What? Thanks so much for being interactive, Joel. It's shoppers like you and Invicta fans like you that make these so much fun. We can be on TV all day long, but it's so much more fun to interact with you.
Yes. Well, here we go with a 48mm Pro Diver Scuba. Now, this is really sort of the staple when it comes to the Pro Diver Scubas. We have the gold tone for all the metalwork of the timepiece, including the dial. However, we have that Invicta blue bezel that carries around, and then that black silicone strap. All stemming from our Pro Diver collection, #1 for us as a company, #1 design within the Pro Diver collection for just in terms of volume and then also for first-time customers. So if you're thinking about gifting a watch to somebody, you want them to jump on the Invicta train, this is a watch to do it with. Now here's the deal. This watch alone at under $90 is a stellar price.
$89.99,
Yeah.
you guys. You're
However-
saving 68%.
However, we include this watch in a huge upgrade when it comes to the packaging. And that packaging is an 8-slot impact case, and it's going to be a variety of different colors. So you don't know what color you're actually going to receive, but you get the watch. You get the dive case out there,
case,
all
too.
for under $90.
That's awesome too, because these dive cases retail for around $75 on their own. If you shop,
If you can find them.
If you can find them, right? If you shop during our live stream and take advantage of these prices, call the number on the screen or go to Shop HQ during the day, you can get in on this incredible package deal. So let's talk, Ryan, about why the Pro Diver is such an iconic part of the Invicta history?
Well, the Pro Diver just really stems out. It was with the big relaunch of Invicta back in 1991. We started out with the Pro Diver design. It was a 40 millimeter Pro Diver on a bracelet. It was all silver tone. We had a black bezel and a black dial. And that's what just kicked us, rebooted us back into the watch industry. And we still sell that exact model today.
Oh, that's
and
so
I think
cool.
that's cool. 29 years later, we're still selling that exact same model, but we've had tens of thousands of models since then. So we have a huge variety of timepieces out there. This has that Pro Diver style sort of DNA where we have the rounded case where it tapers up to where the lug system is, but just a little bit larger at 48 millimeter. That's 2 inches for that case diameter. This watch can be worn by the men. It's such a sweet spot for the guys out there, but I do find a lot more women jumping up into that larger timepiece such as this with that 48 millimeters. And if you've been hesitant to get into a larger watch, you're like, nah, it's just gonna be too big, too big. Try it out. If you're curious, try it out. You have 30 days to be able to send it back to the network.
No one ever says it's going to be too big, Ryan.
Well, and what everybody says, what everybody says is they wish they would have gone with the larger timepiece earlier.
Bigger is always better,
There we
especially
go.
when it comes to an Invicta. Let us know if you guys are going to be joining Ryan and Justin Zimmer and the team on the Invicta cruise this year. I know we'll be starting our broadcasting from the pavilion starting on Saturday the 22nd, I believe, and then the cruise is going to set sail on the 27th.
Yes.
Let's do a little fun cruise trivia.
Okay.
Or just share some, not really trivia, but just share with us maybe a few of your favorite parts of the cruise.
So, I mean, first of all, the best thing about being on the cruise is we have 2,500 collectors out there. You know, we try to see you, meet you, interact with you as many of you as possible, and that's a highlight for me with my job, is to be able to see the customer, get to know who they are, and
So
you know,
cool.
talk about the collection. Another great part is the expo. The expo is going to be held, and that's going to where the select collectors will have on display their Invicta collection, or a portion of that. And we all go around. Justin goes, I go, AL goes around looking at everybody's collection, and you just get to see the real true pride of our collectors out there. They love the timepieces. They're here on the cruise. They support us, and they're also just displaying. And so I have to say, some of the displays can get extremely creative. Outside of that, just being on the ship, I love being on the water.
Captain Ryan
That's right.
loves being on the water. Are you surprised? Well, this is one of the captain's picks. If we had to pick one watch with a lot of bling for you to add to your collection during this show, let's call it this one. This is the Invicta Pro Diver Quartz watch. However, this features almost 2 carats of bling, 2 carats of diamonds, 1.96 carats. Now, one of the things that you're gonna love so much when you get this home is how every single diamond is individually set, not only around the bezel, but also on the dial of that watch. 468 diamonds, as a matter of fact. This is the biggest savings in our time together, saving you almost $1,700. You can bring this home for under $600, $599.99, or simply $100 gets this home on a value pay. Let's talk about Invicta's styling and using diamonds in their timepieces, because this isn't something we see every day.
It isn't, but we've been doing diamonds for the last 2 years, and we just can't keep diamonds in inventory. I was just talking about that 40 millimeter Pro Diver, Marissa, just like it's the same style that you have on your wrist. That was our first design that we came out with. We had the original bezel design. This is exactly the watch I was telling you about, but it was silver tone, different movement on the inside, and different color. Black and black for the bezel and the dial. This is that same design. We're still doing it. So here's my thing. If you want to get into a diamond timepiece, you're looking at a design that has worked for us and is continuing to work for us for 1 year short of 3 decades. So if you want a diamond timepiece, in my opinion, that is going to last, a lifetime and beyond in terms of style out there, this is that diamond timepiece here for you. We include in 468 diamonds for this watch, just shy. If you want to round up, that's fine with me, but just shy. 1.96 carats.
Let's just say
you want to
2
round
carats,
it. If I came up to you and I said, hey Marissa, nice watch. How many carats is that?
I'd probably be like, 4 or 5.
Right. But then, if I say, I know diamonds, I would say it's probably closer to 2. Is it 2?
I would say it's 2 carats.
Okay, there we go.
I don't know anybody who would say their diamond ring was like 3.2 999 carats.
Well, you could
4
say,
carats,
well, I
right?
mean, if you want to be technical, you can say, well, yes, it's 1.96. It's 1 carat and 9,656 10,000ths of a carat.
What he said.
Right. So,
I'm so excited about, actually, I'll tell you. So I'm not going on the cruise this year, but I'm excited now that I'm a part of the Shop HQ family to actually watch all the social media, watch the shows, now knowing everybody, because I watched it last year and I really didn't know anybody yet. I was brand new to the network. So this year it's going to be really neat to know everybody and just to be able to, just to see things from a different perspective, so I'm really excited. And also getting to meet a lot of you collectors. You know, they always say an Invicta collector doesn't just have maybe 2 or 3 watches. You guys have 20, you have 30, you have over 100 watches. And the reason is these are beautifully crafted timepieces, designs that are so unique, designs that give you a lot of energy, a lot of attention to the wrist, but as Ryan just mentioned, something like this is never gonna go out of style. So you know that you're making an investment in a piece you're going to wear for years.
That's true. I mean, that's what I believe. So when we're talking about this 47 millimeter, I mean, we have a 14 millimeter profile. We have a quartz movement on the inside. We have the Z60 from Rhonda. We have mother pearl subdials that are just beautiful and ornate in themselves. Solid links, solid end links that carry along, and that upgraded scissor style deployant closure is all part of this watch. 2
choices on this one. You can do the 2-tone or you can do that gold tone, and both are for that incredible Shop HQ price of $599.99. Now this is the Invicta Breakdown Preview. What that means is if you see something you like, don't wait till the show tonight. Get it right now at shophq.com, or of course you can call the number that you see there on the bottom of your screen. What else can everybody expect from the
cruise
breakdown tonight?
Oh, from the breakdown.
Yeah,
you know what?
what do
I
you
have to
have
look
going
at the show break a little bit more. So it's Justin and I think Daniel and Jess Manuel will be on for 2 hours for the breakdown. That will be 7 until 9, and that's 7 to 9 Eastern. And then I believe Jay-Z has a couple more hours after, like 2 or 3 more hours after that. So it's going to be a long block of Invicta watches here tonight. So after this show, I'm going to go post a couple of the watches coming up. So be sure to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. That's Invicta Ryan. I know you're watching us on a mobile device. Just go to those social media platforms. Give me a follow because we'll be posting what's coming up for the timepieces and the shows. We'll be talking about the cruise and everything else. And who knows what you'll find on the social media account. And how can people find you, Marissa?
I am at the Marissa Morgan on Instagram. And then Facebook, Marissa Morgan Shop HQ. One thing I did hear about the show tonight, a lot of watches under $100. Little birdie told me. So if you are on a budget, we're going to make it easy for everyone to get in on Invicta, especially if you don't know what the buzz is about because you've never had an Invicta on your wrist. I mean, look we're in the brand new studio for Bulldog. We are taking the time to come to you on your Facebook profile, or maybe you're watching us through YouTube. We want you to get in on Invicta because it's one of our favorite watch brands here at the network. I'm allowed to say that, but it's because we've been working with Invicta for over 18 years now, and they keep bringing us great designs. We have great guests like Ryan, like Justin, who are actually going to go out and be a part of this big Invicta cruise. It is literally one of the biggest watch culture communities that I've ever seen. So I want you to know what that feels like and be a part of it. So here's our last offering for our little preview for tonight. Now you'll see a little dive case over here. This watch comes with a 3-slot dive case. $69.99 is all you're going to pay. We've got 3 options for you. We have the black, and we're dial band. We have the gold tone black, and we have the gold tone blue. These are going to be the 3 different color variations. Let's dive into all the details happening on this dial. This might be one of the coolest dials we've offered this afternoon.
Yeah, so what you'll see inside of the watch here, we do have a dial that is multi-layered in a sense, if you will, when it comes to it. But I have to double check. I think each one of these versions, I have to double check this one. Is that mother of pearl? Nope, that's not a mother of pearl. This one isn't. However, the watch I have right here, we'll go into this real tight for a second. So we have the black strap, the gold tone case, and the silver tone bezel. But if you look on the inside, it's actually a beautiful black grade A mother of pearl that we've
Grade
included
A,
in
baby,
for this watch.
for A++.
So in terms of the size of the watch, we do have 50 millimeters for the timepiece. We have about 3/4 of an inch rising up for the profile. And then you'll see the crown with this knurling that carries around too, along with cylinder-shaped function pushers here to operate the chronograph on the inside of this timepiece. And excuse me, I have to cough for a second.
Go for it. I'll take over.
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry.
go.
Did you guys? Oh.
Here we go.
Oh man, I missed you.
Miss Sassy Pants is in the
Sassy
house.
Pants.
In the house.
Oh man. You know what? How about what's the nickname you had growing up as a child?
RJ.
RJ? Mm-hmm. That makes
Yep.
sense.
Yep.
Ryan Johnson?
Yep, that was RJ. That was my nickname.
That's good. I
Still
had a
carries
lot.
along today. Jamie calls me RJ. Ryan, do you call me RJ? Yeah. Ashley? No, it's Ryan. Just Ryan.
It's JR, just Ryan. Just Ryan. Are you guys enjoying the live stream? If you are, feel free to comment in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. You can get in on this for $69.99. It will also come with a 3-slot dive case, which means Father's Day is around the corner. Maybe you have birthdays coming up. Valentine's Day, ladies. We're going to get this home to you in time for Valentine's Day. All you have to do is slap a bow on it, right?
Yeah, you see Jamie dancing. He's going like this. Woo! He's thinking he's at the yellow adrenaline party on the ship.
Yellow adrenaline party.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going on the Invicta cruise, I want to wish you such a great time. I'll be back tomorrow with 3 more Facebook Lives, 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m. So that's 11, 2, and 4 Eastern time. So make sure you guys tune in. Great reason to, do a little lunch day break from work, if I do say so myself.
Fair enough.
Ryan, thank you so much
Hey,
for
thanks.
being
Good to
here.
see you.
I missed you.
Good to work with you
I
again.
think I work with you guys next week, so keep an eye on the Shop HQ schedule. We'll be coming to you live 24 hours a day, bringing you that Invicta. See you soon.